Alright, I'm going to try to post a stream of me solving a coding problem at least once a week. I'm going to head over to LeetCode. I just have a bunch of problems. Easy, medium, and hard, all different categories. There's 873 total. And I'm just going to pick one at random. Let's see. Majority element. Given an array of size n, find the majority element. Majority element is an element that appears more than half the time. We assume that the array is not empty and a majority element always exists. Okay. So they give us an example. It's a pretty simple example. An array of 3, 2, 3. The majority element is 3. And then another example. Okay. And this is an easy problem, difficulty level. And I'll be programming in Swift. So let's see what we can do. So to find a majority element, I'm thinking about sorting it, maybe. I guess the easiest way to do this is using like a hash table, and in Swift they use dictionary. So could basically go through each element inside the array one time and add it. And add it the number of times it appears into a dictionary. I don't know. And then how would I find that once the dictionary is all filled out? Is there a better way? Because if you sort it, would that help? I don't know if that would actually help. But adding it to a dictionary. Let's try the dictionary thing first and see if I can figure out if there is a better way while we're doing this. So I guess first we'll set up the dictionary. And that's going to be dictionary of ints. So the first element, the key will be the actual element in the array, and then the value will be how many times it appears. Or should it be the other way around? don't think it matters. We need the, element in the array, how many times it appears. So for the num in nums, so iterating through the given array for each element, we want to say if dig num we want to say doesn't equal nil. No, we'll actually say if let value equals num, we want to set num equal to val plus 1. So we want to get how many times it appears in the array so far, and if it's able to get that value, meaning it has already seen the same element in the array already, it will set the number of times it appears equal to the value it appears plus one more time, because it just found it again. I guess an easier way to do this is, instead of checking, you can just do it all in one statement and say let val equal, and if it doesn't, we'll set it equal to 0. Okay, so that basically sets up our dictionary, and what we need to do next is find out which element appears the majority of times. So what we can do is sort the dictionary Can we get the keys? I think we can say dig.keys. That gives us all of the keys. And we can sort by sort from highest to lowest, and then take the first one. So that basically gets us Does that work? The key sort. I think we can just keep track of the majority element right here. I can say majority element. Majority element right now it will, oh fuck. Okay. Majority element is an int that's optional, so it's nil right now. Another variable, number of times it appears. I guess we'll say frequency. That's equal to 0 at first. Okay, and then after we find the value plus 1, we say we'll just declare that first. It's not optional. Then we say, I'm just going to go here. If we add 1 to it right away, that way we have the value right away. And then we can say if the value, number of times it appears, is greater than frequency, then majority element equals the element. And then after this goes all the way through, we can return the majority element. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So let's go ahead and check our code. So we're given an array of integers. We create a dictionary with the element and the number of times it appears. We have the majority element, and then we have the frequency, the number of times that the majority element appears. So for each element in the array, we find the number of times it appears by going into the dictionary, checking how many times how many times that value appears. If it's unable to get this, then it defaults to 0, meaning it hasn't come across that element yet. And then since it just found it, we want to add 1 to it. So that's the value. And if that value, the number of times it appears, is greater than the number of times the majority element appears, then it sets the majority element to that element. And in the end, by the time it iterates through the whole array, it should find the majority element. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any compile errors here. There might be something I'm forgetting here. I'm not sure, but let's go ahead and run our code. Well, compile error, line 13. Oh, that wasn't right. The return statement should go inside the function because the function has to return something. So, oops, alright, got that there. Now, let's see. Pending. Line 3. Member name after type name. Oh, I need to initialize this. Instantiate it. Damn, mad errors in my code. Fuck. Used before being initialized. I guess since this is being set, it doesn't matter. We just initialize it and we should be good now. Finally, it finished and it got the right answer just for this one. But if we submit the solution, then we can see how the runtime matches up with all of the submissions. This tiny input took 12 milliseconds, which is kind of high, but we'll see how it stacks up and if it passes all of the other test cases. Wrong answer. Fuck. How the fuck did that give me a wrong answer? Let's run that. So it starts out with 3. So 3 value 3 0. Oh, we didn't. Wow, that was dumb. We didn't set the value back. So we found the new value, adding 1 to it. Now we need to put that back in the dictionary. That should work. What? Three value. So 0 plus 1 is value. Value is greater. Why is that happening? I have no clue. Three. Oh, fuck. We also need to set the frequency, because this is getting done each time. Oh man. Frequency now equals the value. Okay, that should work. If it does, I'm gonna have to quit because my computer's at 5%. Accepted. Phew. More details. So you are here. Your runtime beats 72.63% of Swift submissions. Alright. I'll take it, even though my code had so many fucking errors. So 44 out of 44 test cases passed. Total runtime 56 milliseconds. Alright, well, that's going to be it for my first coding problem solution stream. Sorry for all those errors, but this is kind of why I'm doing this, so I could get better at coding and coding interviews in general, because this is kind of what a technical interview would be like. They give you a problem similar to something like this, and it could be on a whiteboard, so you might not be able to even check and compile your code, but practice makes perfect, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.